bitch ass quick, this the wrong city. He didn't know Deep Town was a strong city.
The reason that you try to dismember in your songs, you got on stage and started screaming bumping and throwing the beats. That's why I'm saying, nigga, please.
Now dim.
Just Like Compton is one of DJ QUIK's most well-known songs. In the song, he raps about going on tour in different cities across the country and how he realized that a lot of places he visited were just like Compton. St. Louis, San Antonio, Oakland, and Denver, all just like Compton. This is the story of DJ QUIK versus the Denver Crips. Now, a lot of what I'm going to tell you is fact, but some is hearsay. He say, she say. So take everything I tell you with a grain of salt, because we all know how stories can be twisted and turned. But what we do know is, on October 13th, 1991, DJ QUIK did a show at the Mammoth Event Center in Denver, Colorado. Apparently, QUIK was unaware that this area was inhabited by the Blue Team. Some say the promoter didn't know QUIK was a Blood, which is why he felt no issue with booking him. And that makes sense, because back in 1991, although QUIK did have a mixtape floating in the streets where he made references to trees, being he's from Treetop Pyru, he or no other rappers at the time were hollering Crip or Pyru on a record. That came later, after Banging on Wax and things like that, which was released a couple years after that. So the promoter books the show, and apparently the local Crips, I believe from the Rollin' 30s, don't hold me to that, decided to buy a bunch of tickets and show up. During the show, and keep in mind, a lot of this is hearsay. My cousin was there and he told me how it went type shit. Or my auntie was in the audience that night and she saw it firsthand. But during the show, apparently the Crips were yelling out stuff, disrupting the performance, throwing things on stage, letting QUIK and his people on stage know that they are not welcome. This is all before the Just Like Compton song, by the way, keep in mind. During the performance of DJ QUIK's hit song, Tonight, we all know it, right? Tonight is the night when I'm gonna get bent tonight. But during the performance, QUIK turned it up a notch. In the song Tonight, he has a line where he says, F it, let's shoot some craps. Craps, as in a dice game. Well, according to my cousins, sisters, grandmas, aunties, best friends, baby mama, who was there that day, QUIK changed the lyrics to say, F it, let's shoot some CRlPSs. The sea creature, that is a derogatory term for the blue side. After that, shit hit the fan. Bottles were flying. People were getting hit with microphone stands, doing Macho Man Randy Savage elbows off the top of speakers. Superfly Jimmy Snuka was diving off the lights. I mean, it went down. Now, there are conflicting reports as to if DJ QUIK was even actually involved in the melee or if he was quickly whisked away by his security and taken someplace safe. That part is still up in the air. What is not up in the air is that it got crazy, and DJ QUIK was eventually charged with a couple of crimes for his, quote, involvement in this. Police showed up to his hotel that night looking to arrest him, but they were unable to find him. Not only that, QUIK was eventually sued by the promoter of the event, as well as a concert goer who was hurt during the incident. A lot of people, including myself at that time, had no idea there was gang activity in Denver, Colorado. Looking back, it makes perfect sense. Denver was one of the first places in the country to embrace LA culture, and that included banging.
A $2.3 million war on gangs bill earned the endorsement from a critical group of lawmakers this week, claiming Colorado could easily follow California's bad example.
See, Denver is in close proximity to California, so dudes were leaving Cali to set up shops in Denver to capitalize off of the dope game. I mean, you could buy a kilo for a certain price here in California and sell it for 2, 3, 4 times that in other cities across the country.
A few Los Angeles gang members will go to a city. They will establish themselves in usually the black community or an ethnic minority community. They will actually survey the community to see if there is a market for drugs, to see who controls the market, what that market is, what the demand is. And then they will start to administer or dispense narcotics.
This is the Big Easy. That's what they call it. You make more money in littler towns. LA is a big city. They have a lot of gang members, so if all of them selling drugs or doing whatever, they ain't that much money. But if they come to a town like Denver where they ain't hip, then they can make all the money they can.
Along with the dope came the sets, the B's, the C's, and everything else.
So what does a community do when the Crips and the Bloods come to town? Denver, Colorado has been struggling with that question for 4 years.
So Denver was one of the first cities outside of LA to have a major gang problem with the blue team and the red team setting up shops in their once quiet mountain town. So I could only imagine the shock DJ QUIK got when he was traveling, going on tour, doing shows all over the country, and he's seeing C's and B's in the audience, looking, dressing, and banging just like his homies back in Compton. Oh, what a trip that must have been to experience it in real time. So after the incident, the streets of Denver were not messing with DJ QUIK. Fast forward to today, and things are fine between QUIK and Denver, as QUIK has done many shows since then, and he always apologizes to the Denver crowd, saying he was young and dumb back then, and he's a different person now. But not too long after the incident, QUIK releases his hit song, Just Like Compton, where he talks about the Denver incident in detail. But still, my story ain't over, cause I got one more to tell. And the people of Colorado, they know it well. It was all in the news, and if you don't remember, I had the show I did in Denver with the punk-ass promoter in a bunk-ass skating rink. Bitches was loving it, but niggas was shoving and shit to the front of the stage to throw their gang signs. But I'm getting paid, so I ain't paying no mind. Then I poured up my brew onto their face and chest. Then they start throwing soda and messing up my guests. When it was over, 2 niggas needed stitches. Got cracked in their jaws for being punk-ass bitches. Now Denver. It's just like Compton. Now Denver. They want to be like Compton. They want to be like Compton. Oh, that didn't set well with the local street folks in Denver. Even though the incident had passed by this time, it's almost like this song reignited a flame that hadn't quite been extinguished yet. Soon after the song was released, local rappers started putting out response records to DJ QUIK.
That bitch ass quick, this the wrong city. He didn't know deep town was a strong city.
The reason that you try to diss Denver in your songs, you got on stage and started screaming bumping and throwing the beats. That's why I'm saying, nigga, please. You brag about who you shot and the girls that you rip. When I see you get your ass beat by a baby crip. So keep your punk ass home. I ain't this Compton, so you better leave Denver alone. QUIK is the name, quick to run so fast, it's a shame. Hit up on stage, you ain't all that, let it get to your brain. And to the rest of the niggas in Compton, I say what's up, but put that bitch QUIK in his place, he fucked your rap up.
Keep in mind, back then in the early 90s, not everyone could put out a record like they can today. So back then, if you put out a record saying certain things, talking that G talk, you most likely were backing it up in the streets, because back then it was much easier to check a person's pedigree than it is today. Today, no one cares. Anyway, no one cares if you're a snitch. No one cares if you're a studio gangster, as long as that beat hits. They don't give a damn. But that wasn't the case back then in a town like Denver. If you released an album talking that G shit, most likely you were backing it up in the streets. So QUIK was dealing with some real serious street dudes if he ever came back to Denver. Thankfully, like I said earlier, QUIK and the city of Denver have since been cool. All is forgiven. And QUIK performs there to this day. So that is the story of DJ QUIK and his run-in with the Denver Crips. I also did a similar story, and the link will be in the description, where I discuss San Antonio, because that is another city mentioned in Just Like Compton. So I'll post that link in the description so you can check out that as well. But thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate you joining the channel. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button. Just go and smash it. Booyah, smash it right there. I really do appreciate it. And if this is your first time joining the channel and you're entertained by what you hear, please hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.